everybody. Welcome to 6 Feet Apart with Chris and Allison. I'm Allison.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to be talking about the Racine Journal Times. So interestingly enough, the museum can trace its roots back to about 150 years ago. But the Journal Times has been around for longer than that, at nearly 170 years. And through all that time, they have been collecting and sharing stories about the community. In 1852, it was called the Racine Weekly Journal. And then shortly after that, in 1856, it was purchased by Colonel Utley, who we will actually be talking about next week on Memorial Day. In 1875, it was sold to Frank Starbuck. And then in 1972, it changed its name to the Journal Times. So that's a little bit of the history of the Journal Times. I'm going to kick it over to Chris, and he'll take you through some artifacts that we've got in our collection.
This is just one of those really cool collections that sort of appeared out of nowhere. We talked about Jack Crow last week. This week, there was this wonderful find of about a dozen boxes of these halftone plates for printing images in the paper. They're all from the 1960s. They were found in an attic room at the Journal Times just a short while ago. And now they're here at the museum where they'll be preserved with the rest of the collection. This one is one that I just picked out of a box randomly, and it turns out that it's a picture of Bob Milkey, who was one of the founding members of the Racine Raiders and a long-time and much beloved coach of the team. I interviewed Bob a few years ago for an exhibit that we did on the Raiders, and it was just a joy to meet him. And I just pulled this out of the box and found this picture right there. There's a whole bunch of them, and we're going to be processing those into the permanent collection this summer. As you may know or may not know, the Journal Times press is no longer in Racine. The paper is printed elsewhere, but we do have, they were kind enough to make sure that some of the materials related to the story of the press, which is really sort of the heart of the paper, were preserved and are part of the museum's collection. Among them, and I just brought these back last week, this is the control box for the Journal Times press, and it's just a, it's stop the presses. This was used to check the temperature of the lead that was used in the earlier kind of print process, and this is a set of forms for laying out type at varied column widths. And another part of that collection, these are printing plates from the last edition of the Journal Times that was printed in Racine in July of 2019. This one's a positive plate. Normally they're reversed for the printing. This is a reverse plate here, but I wanted to just share some of these unique parts of the collection with you, and to reinforce Allison's point that they've been and continue to be, really the chroniclers of our community's story over time, and we rely on that 170 years of Journal Times reporting for much of the work we do here in the archives. Back to you, Allison.
So we really hope that you've enjoyed this segment about the Journal Times. If you're liking these videos, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page and check out our other social media on Facebook and Instagram. Thursday, Carrie will be back with a very hot topic, so keep tuned for that, and we'll see you later. Bye!